What in the hell? This is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA, guys. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, guys. See, the first thing that I pointed out was that Antonina Shevchenko was ranked in the UFC. That's the first thing I pointed out. Now you got somebody who came into the UFC who was relatively unknown, had 2 fights in the UFC, and already getting a shot at a top 5 opponent. Viviane Araujo is getting a crack at Jessica I, who just came off of fighting for the title. She just came off of fighting for the title, guys. Are you guys finally starting to understand what I'm saying? Are you guys starting to see what's happening in this division? Do I still sound like I'm blowing hot air? I mean, what is it about Antonina Shevchenko, or what is it about Viviane Araujo that makes them so much more important than some of the other fighters in this flyweight division that's actually been putting in work? These girls that have actually been putting in work. You guys already know who I'm talking about. You guys already know who I'm going to say. You already know. Montana De La Rosa is 3-1 in the UFC. And she can't even get a top 5 opponent. Jillian Robertson is 4-1, about to be 5-1 in the UFC. She can't get a top 5 opponent. But Viviane Araujo comes in and beats Talita Bernardo and beats Alexis Davis, and she gets a top 5 opponent. If you guys ain't seeing what I'm seeing, and okay, you know what? Call me a simp, call me whatever you want to call me. You can call me whatever you want to call me. But once, like I said, guys, if y'all can't see this, then you're blind. What is it about Jillian Robertson that Jillian Robertson can't get a top 5 opponent? What is it about Montana De La Rosa that De La Rosa can't get a top 5 opponent? Antonina got a top 5 opponent when she came into the UFC. You know what I'm saying? She beat Ji Yeon Kim, and then she got a top 5 opponent, and she lost. Montana De La Rosa went 3-0 in the UFC and still didn't get a top 5 opponent. Jillian Robertson went 3-0 in the. Did she go 3-0 in the UFC? Might have been 3-1 in the UFC. Her little streak was 3-1. Now she's 4-1. No. Jillian Robertson fought 3 times before she lost. So I mean, who says Viviane Araujo gets a top 5 opponent, which could lead up to a title shot? Does the UFC not think Jillian Robertson is good enough to be a potential fight for Valentina? If you don't see how Jillian Robertson is a threat to Valentina Shevchenko, then you guys you either up somebody's ass, you know what I'm saying? You either up somebody's ass who's spewing you they bullshit or they theories that supports their favorite fighter, you know what I'm saying? And you don't think for yourself. You know what I'm saying? See, me, I think for myself. I don't let anybody taint what I think. I don't follow other people's narratives. I make my own narratives. And if you guys don't see how Jillian Robertson is not a threat to Valentina Shevchenko, then you're fucking crazy. You're fucking crazy. What is it about Viviane? What is Viviane Araujo going to do any different? What is she going to... Now, she can fight. She's a good fighter. But does she have the UFC experience? Answer that question. The answer is no. Jessica I is going to beat this girl. But they put boring-ass fighters at the top of the division like Caitlin Chukagian. She's the most boring fighter in the division. You know what I'm saying? You got the most boring people. Liz Carmouche, boring. boring. Liz Carmouche is known for almost choking out Ronda Rousey. Almost. She didn't even choke her. But you let these people that nobody knows, the people that don't even have a fan base in the UFC, Antonina Shevchenko does not have a fan base in the UFC. Viviane Araujo does not have a fan base in the UFC. Jillian Robertson has a fan base because we've seen her. We've seen her enough times in the UFC and the Ultimate Fighter to know who she is. Montana De La Rosa has a fan base. We've been following her since LFA, before the Ultimate Fighter. But you guys are putting these people that no one knows up in line to fight Valentina Shevchenko. Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, the UFC is fucking up with this flyweight division. You keeping the good fighters at the bottom. You're holding back the good fighters, and you're letting these boring ass fighters, you know what I'm saying, work their way. Antonina Shevchenko has not done anything really that exciting. You know what I'm saying? Like her fight with Pudilova was very good. Now that was a good fight. But besides that, what has Antonina Shevchenko done to deserve so much clout? She has so much clout. It's crazy. Antonina Shevchenko has so much clout. And for what? For what? I know you guys are not blind. I know you guys are not stupid. I know you guys can see what I'm talking about. This is I don't get it. I don't get it. I really do not get it, guys. I don't get it. But I guess this is what we're stuck with. This is what we're stuck with. But I'm telling you guys, Jessica I is going to beat Viviane Araujo. She will beat her. And when she does, maybe the UFC will give the girls who deserve the top 5 opponent, maybe they'll give them the opportunity after Jessica I beats Viviane Araujo. Maybe the UFC will give the girls who really deserve the top 5 a chance to actually fight a top 5 and move their career forward. They got Jillian and Montana fighting girls, you know what I'm saying? Well, Montana lost to KGB, but they got Jillian fighting girls that's ranked 1 or 2 spots away from her. I mean, but Viviane Araujo is not even ranked. She's not even ranked. Well, she might be ranked now that she beat Alexis Davis. She might be ranked. I'm not sure. But you beat Alexis. What was she doing fighting Alexis Davis in the first place? I don't get it, guys. Somebody explain it to me. This is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA. Drop those comments in the comment section. Hit that like button. Hit that dislike button. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button.